Today, let's talk about a common concern for the carnivore diet. Will my body be more sensitive to carbs, and will the carnivore diet ruin my body's ability to process carbs in the future? Some people worry that going all in on the carnivore diet will ruin their body's ability to handle carbs forever. So, why even start? So let's talk about what actually happens and why it's not as scary as it sounds. When you're on the carnivore diet, your body maintains a lower insulin baseline. This is because on a zero carb diet like carnivore, you are not eating sugar, requiring your body to release insulin to bring the blood sugar down. And so there is a lower baseline of insulin use in the body. This makes the body really efficient at burning fat because there is no sugar available for energy. But if you reintroduce carbs, you might notice that your body has a more exaggerated response to sugar because it's not used to having extra glucose in the blood and having that insulin response. You might feel this in more intense energy fluctuations. And this can feel intense and freak people out, but it's usually very temporary. Here's where people worry about their body's ability to handle carbs. Yes, on strict carnivore, your body's ability to tolerate carbs might feel lower at first, especially with high glycemic foods. But this is actually about metabolic flexibility, which is your body's ability to shift back and forth between burning sugar for fuel and burning fat for fuel. And since on carnivore, you're becoming fat adapted, meaning you're burning fat for energy, when you add carbs back in, your ability to switch back and forth might be altered temporarily. So it can take a little bit of time to have your body adapt and be more carb tolerant, but it's always temporary. Long-term carnivore can also shift your microbiome, reducing some of the bacteria that will digest carbs and fiber. So naturally, if you reintroduce carbs, your digestion might feel different, just like it did at the beginning of carnivore. But it's not going to be forever, and gradual transitions in reintroducing carbs will be helpful. Some people also worry that adding carbs back in is going to increase inflammation, more inflammation than they had on carnivore. And many actually will make the decision, like I am, to not reintroduce carbs because of this reason. For some, reintroducing sugars or starches will have some consequences like headaches or joint pain and, the things that you reduced when you went on the carnivore diet. But it's even possible that when you reintroduce carbohydrates into your diet, hopefully the nice ones, the right ones, then your body, because it's more metabolically flexible, you might notice that those consequences of carbs are not the same as before carnivore. So if you're not starting carnivore because you're worried about the fact that you can't eat this way forever, you actually don't know that because you don't know how good you're going to feel. But if you are really trying to keep the door open to the possibility of reintroducing carbohydrates back in, it's possible. Start with the low glycemic index foods like berries or root vegetables. This will help your body ease back into processing carbs and help you from feeling like you've ruined everything or that you have to eat one certain way forever. Keep in mind that some are not able to moderate carbohydrates. And so reintroducing back in, even low and slow like I'm suggesting, might end up not being the best route for you. But this is all about the individualization. So you're going to listen to your body and you're going to adjust accordingly. So while carnivore has made your body more sensitive to carbohydrates, it doesn't mean that you've ruined your body's ability to process them forever. With patience and with a gradual approach, you could find a way of living in the middle of the carnivore diet and the regular standard American diet that works for you. Hope this helps, and I'll answer any questions in the comments.